It's week 1 of the 2024 season, where division rivals will clash in the NFC South. It's the Panthers and the Saints, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April, or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
Former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Saints heading out for the first time, and there's Derek Carr at quarterback in his 11th NFL season now and second in black and gold.
And Carr continues to produce good numbers on paper. He completed over 68% of his passes last season while also throwing 25 touchdowns to just 8 interceptions. But as impressive as those numbers are, the numbers he's seeking, big numbers in the playoffs. And we expect him and his team to be back in the playoff mix when January rolls around.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Throwing now is Carr. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Carr going to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. So opening drive, 3rd down. They complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Following the fumble recovery, Newton escaping the pressure right. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And he's brought down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
That one complete to Leggett. Fighting through it, he's got space. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now it's Newton. He gets it to Thomas.
And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Chuba Hubbard.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers are on the board here first in the season opener.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Carr. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Carr.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Now a play fake. Carr.
Pass.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose. Poked out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Now Carr. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Carr now to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on third down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Newton now to throw. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time we'll prevail for a solid gain.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Back to throw, Newton. Open here, Adam Thielen. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Thielen does a nice job of moving the chains. That's something he did a lot of in 2023, as he was Bryce Young's most reliable weapon throughout his rookie campaign. He not only eclipsed 100 catches, but he also topped the millennium mark for the first time in 5 seasons. He's expecting an even bigger year in 2024.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards that time.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. To the air again, Newton. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. But he's not going to be able to get rid of it. He's going to be tackled behind the line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball in a passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll run here with Hubbard.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
On second and goal, here's the option.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Newton now to throw. Flush to his right. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas, a 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead.
So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr.
There's a short one caught by Johnson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this week 1 contest.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started. The way that they're going about doing things right now, they've got a chance for that third consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Now Newton. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Newton to throw.
That went out wide and intercepted. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission.
Now after the INT, it's Carr.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
2nd down and 6 now.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Carr to throw.
Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal.
Now Carr. Toward the pylon, caught. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Carr going to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And he's got it. Give him 13 yards on the connection, but not enough. 4th down.
A gain of 13 yards. Brings up 4th down and goal.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara.
He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Blake Groupie now for the extra point.
And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it's polished off through the air with a touchdown to Alvin Kamara. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Newton. He's going to try and go deep again. It's caught inside the 25. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that one, a 20-13 game at halftime. Bijan Robinson, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The new signee from Dallas, Tony Pollard, a touchdown on the ground. It was the running back, Chuba Hubbard, who put together a solid first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down.
We get a peek here at this past draft class for them, and you know the front office certainly prioritized certain traits that they were looking to take advantage of in this draft, Charles. A lot of speed, a lot of athleticism, a lot of talent here in this crew.
And Brandon, one of the things I know about the best drafters in the business, they have a plan, and they find a way to stick to it on draft day despite the chaos. They want to land some of the biggest names on their board, and in the end, this group, they came together, found people that really fit their team's identity, and selected them.
Here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught by Sanders. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Flushed out right. That is caught by Thielen. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
A give up the middle, Hubbard.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Rolling to his right. And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out. And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the pass.
Touchdown, New Orleans! A big play there. 48 yards. And the Saints are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Groupie for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Panthers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touch. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
It only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
The Saints offense and Derek Carr ready for this next possession. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Carr. Caught. It's Wilson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
That's good for the Saints. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Carr. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Saints have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Here's Groupie for the PAT.
And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it's polished off through the air with a touchdown to Alvin Kamara.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass. The throw's going to be caught. Adam Thielen. He's to the 10. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown.
The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2. Newton going to try and throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
To throw is Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On play action, now Carr. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
DJ Waddle
in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
The Panthers offense and veteran wideout Adam Thielen ready for this next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Steps away. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they decline it, and they choose to not give him that down back.
And I think that's the key to everything there. They didn't give up any yardage even on the completed pass. Don't give them an extra down in order to try and pick up a first.
So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now Carr.
Back to Kamara for another catch.
I call it no gain there on the first down play. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Kamara up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That play could never get started thanks to the defensive effort of Shaq Thompson.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
And this will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara
touchdowns. And the Saints have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Adam Thielen and the Panthers taking the field once again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and 3. Newton escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Panther first down. And it is celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it. And they'll go again here with Hubbard.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Panthers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they go down to defeat here in the opener.